All right, good morning, everybody. It is time for News 5 now. I'm Bill Riles. Thanks for watching, and you may have heard me trying to get ready with this thing. I think my mic was open. I don't know how that happens. I don't know how any of this stuff happens. I just know to sit right here in this chair and tell you this stuff that's coming up. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do it right now.
Brought to you by Green and Phillips, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
And we hope everybody's doing okay today for a Tuesday. Mardi Gras in full swing. We got the coverage of all of that going on. We got a jet going over right now. Somebody's landing at Brookley. The glide path for a lot of the jets is right over the TV station, if you can believe that. Anyway, we'll get to our big stories right now and tell you what's going on in the world. Number 5, a woman from Lillian will spend the next 13 years in prison for a deadly wreck that happened nearly 2.5 years ago. 59-year-old Rochelle Johnson drove a Toyota Highlander and slammed into 2 bicyclists on Sorrento Road near Pensacola, killing one of them in October of 2022. Johnson reached a plea deal, pleading guilty to leaving the scene of an accident resulting in death or injuries. And the Florida Highway Patrol says witnesses followed Johnson to the Walmart at Sorrento and Blue Angel Parkway and helped identify her vehicle. Number 4, we're a week away from Fat Tuesday, in the throes of Mardi Gras, literally right now, and a pair of Mardi Gras organizations are trying to clear up a little confusion over 2 very similar names. So this past week, we told you about the New Order of Chaos, spelled K-A-H-O-S. They had their first parade Friday after forming last year. This weekend, the Older Order of Chaos, spelled K-H-A-O-S, sent a news release reminding people they are a small Mardi Gras group that was founded more than 30 years ago that parades on Joe Cain Day with 1 float. So there you go. You've got 2 Order of Chaoses now. So the original Order of Chaos, 30 years old, apparently took their name from the spelling, I'm going to date myself here, the spelling of chaos in Get Smart, the sitcom that was on with Don Adams and Barbara Feldon years and years, in the 60s. In the 60s. Did you ever watch Get Smart? Anyway, members of the older Chaos group say there's no hard feelings. They just want to remind people that they've been around a while. So there you have it. Speaking of Mardi Gras, number 3, a gender reveal at Mardi Gras during the Mobile Mystics Parade Saturday. Alexis and Brennan Conway found out they get to welcome a baby girl to the family. Alexis's dad is a member of the Mystics and set up the gender reveal. Members of Float 8 had confetti poppers with pink confetti inside. They set them off as soon as they saw the expectant couple on the parade route. The baby is due in August, so nice story there. How about that? Let's see. Did I skip one? I did. We'll go back to that. Number 3. So Mobile City Council expected to vote at its meeting to discuss a contract for the construction of the new Civic Center. The meeting will be held at 10:30 this morning, Government Plaza. Harbert Construction of Birmingham was the lowest bidder, $237 million. The plan calls for an arena that can host concerts, sports, and other events. And now we'll get you to our number 1. Brendan Carr, the head of the Federal Communications Commission, paid a visit yesterday to see what we do here at News 5. Before that, he visited our tower, which is in Spanish Fort. Many of you have seen it. His goal was to climb the 1,865-foot tall broadcast tower. Wow, that just makes me go, huh. He took a 20-minute ride up a lift and then transferred onto the tower, where the real work of climbing began. After almost an hour and a half, the chairman was back on the ground, as you see right there. He wanted to point out that doing this kind of work is actually fairly lucrative for the folks who do it. It's dangerous work, and there's a need for tower climbers to do the work on top of the towers. So there you have it, way, way up there, past the clouds. Yikes. All right, good for you, Brandon Carr. Thanks for dropping by the TV station. After that, he did pay a visit to us here at News 5 and met some of the staff, so we appreciate that very much. Our question of the day, kind of a good one. How would you describe the scent of Mardi Gras? I don't know how I would describe it, but there's some good suggestions in here. Let's take a look. Gasoline and moon pies. I like that one. Fried corn dogs, beer, crisp, cold air, exhaust. Like this one, Kendra, like a vanilla candle inside my house because I don't go. All right. Wow. All right. We've got some goodies in here. King cake and Popeye's fried chicken. I guess that depends on where you might be. You know, on a Fat Tuesday, it does get really, the smells are interesting because people set up their grills and boy, it makes you hungry walking around down on Fat Tuesday to all the people that have their grills going with the sausage and chicken and whatever else, their burgers they're throwing on there. So, yeah, it's pretty good. You can come on over and weigh in on what you think the scent of Mardi Gras is. How about that? Get you to our poll of the day. Let me park it here. All Joann stores set to close. Will you miss it? Well, I don't know that I've ever been in a Joann store myself. But if you have, and if you will miss it or won't, let us know right here on our WKRG Facebook page. We're glad to show you some of the results we get from our polls a little bit later today. It's easy to join. All you have to do is stay right here where you're at on our WKRG Facebook page. Throw your comments at us. We'd love to hear from you. That's the purpose of this whole thing, is hearing from you and finding out what you're thinking. We appreciate it very much. And before we go, I want to tell you that Devin Walsh will be here at News 5 at 9 this morning, also at noon, back here for News 5 now at 12:30. And we will see you bright and early tomorrow, 4:30. Well, I don't know about bright, but early tomorrow, 4:30 in the morning for News 5 this morning. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you soon.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips.